Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Just want to do a quick little update and talk about what's coming up on the stilling part of the channel in the near future. I've done some upgrades. Let's see, I added some shelves, more shelves to my cooler bench, cooler rack, whatever you want to call it. And I can fit all of Anna's parts up here and my catch jars. Down here some more Anna's parts. The little baby still is back there. Got all the yeast nutrients and that sort of stuff going on there. Peptic enzyme. Inside of there is just odds and ends extra parts. I also got some botanicals for making gin. That's coming up. And I got a bunch of distilled water and spring water underneath there for stuff. Of course, here's Anna. And the reason why she's on this big old heavy duty dolly is so I can just roll her around real easily and go into the new fermenters. Eventually, I'm going to add, let me dig one out. I got one laying right here. I'm going to add a faucet or a spigot, whatever you want to call it. So right now I dumped what was in my 7-gallon buckets into the fermenters. I have about 40 gallons of mash, different kinds of mash going. But wherever I find it, the reason I got the 20-gallon fermenters, they were waste disposal buckets, but they are food grade buckets, and I'm transformed them into fermenters, which will boil down to drilling a hole in the top. And I'm going to replace the seal. I'm not happy with the seal that's on there, so I'm just going to get some vinyl tubing, some non-toxic BPA vinyl tubing, and some food grade silicone, and make a better seal for it. But that wasn't too bad, or that won't be too bad when I get it. But I couldn't get as much grain as I wanted in my 7-gallon buckets and get the volume of wash that I wanted. And I had 2 buckets, and I'm always toting them around. You gotta move them over here and pick them up or move them to a higher surface or whatever to siphon them. So when I do my mashes, I'm gonna figure out what's gonna be the optimal level to put this so it's above the mash level. And then I can just put a hose on it and go straight into Anna and Nicole over here, and then I won't have to do as much labor. So it'll be more work-wise. So that'll be pretty cool. That's coming. Let's see. So I'm going to do a bunch more mashing. That's coming up soon. I got some flaked rice, flaked corn, flaked rye, flaked oats. There's some 6-roll barley down in there. So we're going to do a bunch of mashing. I'm going to put on all new mashes, so I can have more grain into them and make better whiskey. I'm very happy with my whiskey as it is, but there's always room for improvement, right? Let's see, down here we got all kinds of stuff going on. We got different meads and ciders going. Let's see, there's the mead I made on camera in the back, aging the other day, a couple gallons of that. Got a brochet mead going. It's an apple cider. So apple juice instead of water in the honey, and then I caramelized some of the honey and stuck that in there. That one is fun, very yummy. There's just an apple cider mead. Got lots of honey. Got my molasses. Oh, that's everything. That's what I'm gonna do. My next one is gonna be I'm gonna do a rum. I've never done rum before, and I'm not gonna do like a Bacardi. I'm not a real big Bacardi fan. I have let's have a seat in the control room chair here. I've never really liked Bacardi, not been a big fan of it, but I do like some of the craft rum, so I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna use molasses and unrefined sugar. I'm gonna put a couple gallons of back set out of my next time that I distill in it. And I have some lees, which are the yucky leftovers at the bottom of the fermentation, but they're going to have some good flavors to put into the rum. And I've got some apple cider lees that I use brown sugar in. I've got some that orange raisin wildflower honey mead that I made. I've got the lees out of that, so I'm going to dump them in there, and I'm going to put a big old yeast starter in it. I'm just going to use bread yeast, and we'll see how that works out. That's going to be kind of fun, but I need to do distill something, which I think there's going to be a rice coming off next, a rice whiskey, and that will, I'll use the back set, or what's left in the pot after I've removed all the alcohol from it, and that'll give some flavors as well to the rum. So it should be interesting. I hope it turns out well, and I'm going to pot still that and not use the reflux column. Let's see, what else do we got going on in here? We just got I got bottles. There's some glass bottles. Got a couple cases of flip top growth bottles. A lot of this stuff, like this table and different things, I just got used off of a offer up. So try not to spend a ton of money on stuff, you know. Just look around. I'm never in a hurry, and I find a deal on something I want and I grab it. Let's see. Here's something that's kind of invaluable in your distillery, is a steam mop. I'm always spilling stuff or gripping stuff, and it makes sticky messes everywhere. And so instead of having to track it up everywhere, I can just plug in the steam mop and mop the floor real quick, and everything's nice and squeaky clean all the time. This one's a Shark. I've had it for about a year. I kind of like Shark stuff. It seems to be not quite as expensive as some of the brands, and holds up for me, but I'm sure they're all very similar. Let's see, I got my whiteboard here, so I do need to kind of update it. This is no good. That one's done. These have all been put into secondary. So anyway, I think that's about it for now. Just kind of making my little distillery a little more work-wise and user-friendly. And I think I'm going to, my girlfriend likes to do woodworking. I think I'm going to have her make me a sign that says, beware of spirits. Something kind of neat. Just, it's kind of bare, the walls are bare. Kind of snazz it up a little bit in here. So that's really all I wanted to do. Keep an eye out. We got lots of mashing coming, some new things we're going to try, and feel free to ask any questions as we go along that you like. Let's see, I've been doing a lot of experimenting with different kinds of yeast and stuff in the ciders, and when I make those videos, I'll tell you about that. And a lot of studying on yeast nutrients and what's the best and what's okay and what works and why and why not. So I'll go over it as I make stuff with my thoughts on that. And I think that's about it. So with that, I'm going to sign out, and lots of love, everyone. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.